So what do you think happens here? What do you think is wrong with the children? Or do you think something is wrong with you? So there is nothing wrong with the teachers, or there is nothing wrong with the child. Yeah? So, sir, the first one. So how many of you have felt that the child is not okay at home? I mean, by the way they come to the class, sit, stand, wear, eat. How many of you really look into the child and tell yourself, is there something wrong with this child? I mean, are the parents really taking care or not taking care? Have you ever wondered? How many of you have wondered like that? Me too. We all experience that something is wrong. Now, this is a generalized thing what you're saying, but understand what I'm trying to tell you. What I'm asking you is, there are some children in the class who really don't know how to share their feelings. So when they don't know how to share their feelings, what do you feel? Do you feel bad? Do you feel angry? Do you yourself have that anxiety? If you do, raise your hand. No? Okay. Not angry, yes, definitely.
Up to like morning 8:30 to 3 o'clock we have to be with him. So we have to find some patience, something. We'll go near him, what happened. We'll ask in a smoother way, try to find out what's wrong.
Yes. So for that, now that child, which child I'm talking about, if that child or such a child is in your class, then that is known as inclusive education, where you find ways to help the child to understand you, understand the class, understand what is being given on the board, understand what the friend is trying to tell, and understand what the parents are trying to tell you. Such kind of an environment is known as an inclusive environment, where you don't label the child as dumb fellow, slow learner. In Telugu you say that muddu pappu or whatever that word is, such words where we label the child. So let me tell you, teachers, such children are having anxiety issues or some kind of social economic learning issues where we don't know, because we are not educated in that field. So we don't know. But all that we know is we need to help the child. Now, how will we help the child? The session is for that today. How can we help the child? There's only helping what you can do within the four walls. The four wall means your classroom. And remember, you are the queen and the king of your classroom. Nobody should be able to tell you why are you doing this. And even if you're doing it, you should have a valid explanation as to why you're doing it. Okay? Got it? Okay. So now, what is creating an inclusive classroom? See every child and reach every mind. Identifying, guiding, supporting children with ADHD, autism, learning disabilities and special needs. So today's learning journey will be, why should we have inclusive classrooms? Are you all able to see? Spot the signs, understanding ADHD and autism, Learn the labels, learning disabilities explained, guide with grace, classroom strategies and tools, collaborate and connect parents, peers and professionals, act with assurance, your inclusive action plan. Okay, so this is the mind mapping what we will do till 12:30 today. So every classroom has children who need more. More means if you are giving 90% attention to one child or 50 children in the class, that one child will need 99%. And you can't deny that. You have to give. You have to give. That is what inclusive education means. So, 7.8% of Indian children have a learning disability. You can note down these percentages because these are recent percentages. 7.8%. 1 in every 68th child has autism. They come under the spectrum of autism. Autism is an umbrella term. Autism is an umbrella term. Umbrella term means under that you have again segregations that we will see later. I hope all the sirs who are sitting behind, am I clear to you? 11% of school children show signs of ADHD. 26 million children are with special needs in Indian schools. So now CBSE has made it mandatory through Prashast test. If you go through the website of CBSE, all CBSE schools, they have Prashast test. Now the full form of Prashast test I will give you. I think it is pre-assessment holistic screening tool. Prashast is pre-assessment holistic screening tool. Now this is a digital disability screening tool which is compulsory for every CBSE schools. This is compulsory for every CBSE schools. Now, and also later we will come to know that such children with special needs, they have a different kind of exam. You cannot give them the regular question paper. Because if CBSE board finds out that you are giving a regular question paper, you may be sued for that. You have to give very easy question paper, easy in the sense according to their caliber. All right. Now, spots the signs. That means spot the signs. So this is the acronym which I have used here. Focus. F-O-C-U-S. Focus in your classroom. So F stands for, now this is for ADHD. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. Now sometimes we teachers feel that if a child is running or shouting or talking, that child is having ADHD. We label everybody as ADHD. No, there are some signs where we need to see. So this is focus. First is forgetfulness. This child will have very less memory. The child will keep forgetting. struggles to follow multi-step instructions. What does multi-step instructions mean? Sit down, open your book, take out your English book, open page number so and so. I am reading paragraph 1, lesson 2, first question, the answer is here. Come on, do. Nothing. Not a single word has entered the brain. Nothing has entered the brain. Now you go near the child and you scream, I'm telling you to open your book. Again, nothing. So that is not either, I don't say that it is your fault. It is neither the child's fault, because it's a neuro problem. The child has a neurological disorder. That is why the child is like that. Okay? So, overactivity. Cannot sit still for extended periods. 45 minutes period, the child cannot sit. Most of the child will look back, they'll look in the front, they'll fall down, or they'll start crying, or they'll start running, they'll start pinching. If they don't know anything, they'll start pinching. All these things, they cannot sit still. You cannot expect them to still. Now after 20 minutes, I will see you also cannot sit still. So how can we expect the ADHD child to sit still? They will not. Careless errors. Rushes through work, misses details. So, if you're writing 2, 3, 4 questions on the board and you're forcing the child to write, he will write question number 2, but he will write the answer 4 over there. Have you been there? Yes, but not all. Now, the way you all said yes, as if it's every class is having 5 to 6 ADHD. No, it's not like that. Yeah? Underprepared. Frequently loses books. Frequently loses books, materials or homework. They lose their homework book. Where is it? We don't know. Where is your CW classwork? We don't know. Where is your bag also? Sometimes they don't know. So all these are symptoms. S comes under short attention. Easily distracted by surroundings and thoughts. So just imagine, their mind is constantly under pressure and they are not aware of that. That mind is working like a machine. One thought after the other, one thought after the other, and you are trying to tell that child to process. You know, sometimes it happens with us also. Like we are so involved with something, we are so preoccupied with something that when we go home and somebody tells us something, we are like, I am zoned out. Come again. I don't know what you said. Right now it will happen to you here also. You might be looking at me, but you're not processing what I am saying. Because every brain for a fraction of a second is zoned out. It's human. But for these children, they are zoned out all throughout. So we have to be with all the focus. Remember FOCUS. Focus. Now there are 3 types of ADHDs. Predominantly inattentive, predominantly hyperactive impulsive, and combined presentation. Now predominantly inattentive, there are a few points where I have written it down. So if the child is predominantly inattentive, it is known as PDD. ADD. They are just attention deficit disorder. Because ADHD again is an umbrella term, and these terms they come under that. Now, tips to treat the child. How do you treat such children? Block the child. Suppose you put the child here in the aisle the child will get up 100 times. So what will you do? Block the child. Block the child means put the child in the center. That is one way. And if you think this is not working for the child, what will you do? You will bring the child's chair to your table and you will make the child sit with you. Sit here. And by sitting here, I mean not facing that side. The child should be facing towards the blackboard so that he or she cannot see what is going on behind. They are not supposed to see. Then give them jobs or work in intervals. For example, you are giving, suppose, a task in the class, like I said, okay, take out your maths book, sum number 2, exercise 4, so and so book. They don't know. So what can you do? You will label the book with a green sticker and tell the child, see, green sticker is mathematics, red sticker is science, blue sticker is social studies. So he knows the color. So you tell him, okay, now whatever, say for example, the child's name is Rahul. I love Shah Rukh Khan, so I keep getting this name Rahul. We don't have Rahuls nowadays, no? I don't know, all of a sudden the names have changed from what they were before to now. We don't find these names. So I'll name my child Rahul. So Rahul is there. Tell Rahul that Rahul, open the book which has green color sticker. Just say that and keep quiet. That's all. Because that one task also is like so much for the child. So he will open the book, he will keep. So by the time these children have already finished first sum, then again tell the child that go to so and so sum number, or you help the child, or write it on the board in a corner for this particular child. This is the sum number. See, exercise, EX, open, they will open. Then slowly, I know it is very tedious for you because you are in a rush to finish your syllabus, you are in a rush to finish your exams. But remember the bamboo tree? Yeah? So don't be in a rush. Because you have to train this child. If you, as a first standard teacher, if you train the child, imagine if you get promotion in the second or third, when this child comes to you, this child will be already trained. Yeah? So for your own benefit, do the work. Because as you expect promotions every year, obviously this child will also come to your class. They are not going to give a TC and send the child away. So you train yourself in such a way that when I go to the next class, I have trained this child, I will get this child. Be prepared for that. So give them little tasks. After that, suppose we saw that they need intervals because they cannot sit in one place. So you tell them, see, Rahul, you finish this first sum, I will give you a break. Because they need that break. And by break, don't send them to the restroom. No. Tell them that, see, in the third row, somebody dropped a pencil, Rahul. Go check. Check and come back again. Take 2 rounds and see if everybody is doing their work or not. They will do that. 2 rounds they will take. Even if the child takes the third round, it's okay. He will come back and sit again. So these are the small, tiny rules which you need to set for the child. Irrespective of what the parent tells you. The parent might come and tell you, my child is the best. Yes, he is the best, of course. But ma'am, this is my classroom and I know how to handle my class. That is if the parent comes and tells you that why is my child put near you? He was crying. You have to tell him that I need to put your child in a particular path. So when I put the child in a particular path, I need to see that he is under my guidance. He needs more attention. Talk positively. So ma'am, what you do at home is fine. But what I am doing in my class, I know. I am training the child. I know, I see your faces. I know you find it very difficult to deal with parents. But such children are to be dealt together. It is a collaborative work. And there are so many things to that. There are clinical tests which the parent needs to go and get it done. But because we are not aware of these tests, we can't tell. And one more thing, teachers, you are no one to tell the parent that your child is having ADHD. You are not certified for that. So you don't open your mouth and tell them that your child is having ADHD and that is why I am doing this. No. This child needs a little more attention. That is why he is with me. That's all. Because the minute you give them suggestions that I think, don't think, they will tell you, they will get offended. Obviously, just imagine if somebody tells that your child is like this, they will get offended. So don't do that. Never ever do that. Because we are not certified for that. We are not psychologists. That's the reason why every Indian school should have a in-house psychologist. Do you all have a psychologist? Okay. So, quick classroom tips. Seat near the teacher, like I told you, away from the windows. How many of you have seen Tare Zameen Par? Mostly all. You saw, right, Darshil Safari, what he was doing. When the teacher was asking questions, he was constantly outside the window. So ADHD, he'll enjoy more outside than inside. Because whatever you're talking is Greek and Latin for the child. So they will not understand. Break tasks into small, timed chunks. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, that's all. That's all they can do. It's okay even if they don't do. Our task is not for that child to get 100 on 100. Our task is that the child sits in a place and learns something. Very little. 2 plus 2 also, if the child learns, it's fine. You understand what I'm saying? Our goal is not to teach the child complex mathematics sums. For him, 2 plus 2, adding up 2 plus 2 only is a big task. Yeah? Use visual timers. Do you all have smart screens in your class? No, in your class. You all don't have smart boards. Okay. So since you don't have a visual timer, you keep a small timer on your table and tell, okay, now see Rahul, the clock is on the finger is on the 12. When it comes to 1, you should have finished writing that 2 lines by now. So keep telling the child that. Give those timers to that child. Offer movement breaks every 20 minutes. You offer them the break. You do this, I will let you walk in the class, but I will not let you go outside. You will walk in the class. You will go and check everybody, whether they are doing their work or not. So this is how you will train an ADHD child if you find any in your class. But again, I would say not every child who is hyperactive is having ADHD. So do not label any child. Combined means, combined presentation is both together. They are attention deficit also and they are hyper also. Both together. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot that. Now spot the signs of autism spectrum disorder. You all can just write SPOT. Meanwhile, I have another activity for you. After you finish writing the spot, just let me know. I'm giving you 5 minutes to think and tell me that whether you had a child in your class who was not special or not very misbehaved, but a child who was a little different. If you remember that child, don't name the child, just think about the child, and later I will offer the mic to you and maybe you can tell what was different about that child. So just think and let me know when you're done, all of you. This is your personal thing, nothing to be discussed. So just think. I'm not talking about your best student or the most misbehaved student. No. I'm talking about that one student in the class whom you felt was a little difficult to handle. Yeah. If you're ready, all let me know. Anyone voluntarily who wants to share the thoughts?
So there was this one child in my class, he never used to give eye contact, and he used to sit calm with his head down like this. Even if you call his name, he won't reciprocate. And after that, what happens, he will not tell you whether he wants to go to the washroom. You have to find out, you have to ask him, and you have to take him to the washroom. He will not take out his book, he will not interact with anyone, just sit in quietly. But once he gets comfortable with you, he will only wait for you. Thank you.
So what was that one thing you thought the child needed which you couldn't give?
One thing which I suffered a lot talking to him, because he wasn't able to answer.
Communication. Okay. Anyone else?
Good morning, ma'am. This was in the year 2024 when I was working in Hyderabad. I used to have a girl in my class. She was normal as usual like all the other kids. Her mother tongue used to be Telugu. She used to talk in Telugu. She used to communicate in English also. She used to play actively. She used to talk to all the teachers. She used to have good eye contact, communication. Everything was perfect. But the only thing was she was reluctant to study. She never asked teacher to teach this topic, or if we are doing any kind of activity, or are we going to any kind of picnic or do some new thing and all. Later on, when I had an opportunity to talk to her parent, she said that she is overcomfort by her grandparents. So parents itself are actually they were friendly, but I cannot go and communicate with their grandparents. So what I said to her mother was, ma'am, please make her to communicate, please make her to sit with me for some other time so that I can interact with her and maybe I can help her a little bit more with the other sessions, because yes, activities are obviously very helpful, but education is also, learning is also a little bit more enhancing to her for all the future endeavors. That is what I thought about that learning.
Thank you, ma'am. Anyone else? Yeah. Please pass on the mic to ma'am.
Hello ma'am, there is one boy in my class, he constantly shouts. Not the mouth, he starts shouting from his stomach very aggressively, and he doesn't give a eye contact, and very difficult in making him sit in the class. And he has an habit of biting himself. How should that? I mean, even I asked the parent about it. They were telling he was okay with him. Yeah. But we can see the marks. What he does means he starts biting his hand and he'll be looking at his hand.
We will talk about it now, later. Yeah.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Ma'am, I used to have one girl in my class. The first year when I have seen her, really I felt very nervous. Why? Because she's a totally different girl. She don't know how to hold a pencil. She cannot sit with the other children. I felt very nervous. I don't know why. Again, I noticed her something wrong. Something wrong. So I spoke to the parents. Ma'am, a little bit. I did not say what to say. Like they are not ADHD like that. Ma'am, she's a slow learner. First of all, ma'am, they asked me why, because their parents have been to the school. So ma'am, you just don't worry. I'm there for you. So I brought her to the last bench. Every day, I used to sit with her. I started from alphabets, lines, everything. In the first year, over. So I thought she'll be going to the first standard. Oh, okay, my work is done. I felt very happy. But the parents again, they get back to me. Indira teacher, again, we want her to sit in the same class. So next year, I thought something I have to do for the parent and the child. So now, she able to write in the 4 lines by herself. She's taking help from my side. But I used to get many complaints. She used to beat me, she used to poke me, she used to do so many mischievous things. Somewhere I used to bring for the activity, my mind used to say, where is that girl? Oh, I have to think. I used to assist the IMAs or the other teachers or like that. But really I'm missing her, I'm missing her.
Anyone else? Okay, back
So here I have come across many students in my life experience last year when I came to class 1A, who is upcoming 10th class. They never follow the rules. That can lack the representation of the school. So whatever is assigned to him is not doing it all. So they later came to know, of course after later I knew that he was a development learner. And I also have given a special training to have some social management with the teachers and the school environment also.
Good morning, everyone. So when I joined the year of my teacher job, so I used to place with one boy. He was very good for looking everything, but he used to talk all the cartoons.
Huh?
Cartoons.
Cartoons.
He himself he used to talk what are the characters he has. Himself he used to talk. In the meanwhile, he'll never hurt anyone. He'll not do anything for anyone. But himself he used to talk all the cartoons and he used to sing the songs. But he was good in swimming. He was good in eating. Everything he was good. But opening the books, and to write he was very lazy. If I made him to sit in front of me and I tell him to write, he used to see the board without seeing the book. He used to write without concentrating on the book. What he was doing, he was looking at the board and he was writing like this. So it is very difficult for me to make him. But at the end of the day, he used to, from the while copying, he was habituated to write from the copying from the board and to write in the book. That is the one thing I made him to do. So there is a difficult for him. He has studied till 4th standard. After that, parents have know that problem he has. They have changed it into the schools. That time we got the schools for the special child.
Okay.
Before 5 children are there, how much we are trying also, we are not able to cope up with. In the class we are trying with all the ways we are trying, giving them guidance and sometimes motivation. However, in the exam before also we used to give warnings also. Prepare and come, it's not going to problem. At least minimum they need to attend moment. Because before this we used to give motivate, practice, reading practice, listening, writing practice, everything we are doing. But at that point of attending exam, they are not sure. It's very difficult for us to.
They are what? Slow learners also.
Slow learners, not they are able to tackle. But the class we are trying, after going to the proper guidance, lack of guidance, that is we are facing a lot.
Okay. Yes, anyone else? What do you do to take care of them?
I let the children actually sit beside me. Actually, every time he sit beside me. Another thing, I used to sit between two of the persons because while interacting the children, they can some of modifications will be done. I think so.
Were you successful?
As well.
So, big round of applause for all the warriors here. Anyone else? Mike.
Person gentleman Sandeep
Okay. So 10:30 we give the break. It's a break time, no?
I'll ask him.
Actually, we do have a girl in our class. Usually, she is like by looks and all, she looks very normal. And in the starting itself, parents have come to know like by birth she was little this thing. Even mother knows that. And while coming to the class, starting only, the mother have informed us she is little different. So have a little extra care on her. So we started all the techniques which you have taught earlier. We used to make her sit next to us, and these things all were happening. Thing is like the things which she used to learn in a day, like we used to make her. Keep talking. We used to make her write and all. The very next day, she used to forget everything. For suppose she used to learn 1 to 10 numbers in a day, we used to make her to learn. The very next day, she used to come with just the same as the before day. And these days she used to started sleeping in the class also a lot. Thank you.
Sir? Yes, so we heard all the different stories. I would request all of you not to label the children as lazy, horrible, hyperactive. We don't know all sorts of names. That is what I told you in the beginning, that when we label these children, it becomes very difficult for us to convince the parent. Yeah? And I also told you that we are not supposed to convince any parent. We are not certified psychologists to do so. You will just do your bit in the class and you will go. In fact, if you have to walk that extra mile, you will have to take that extra mile also for the child. Always remember the banyan and the bamboo story which I told you today, and continue. So let's continue. So autism spectrum disorder, like I told you, autism is an umbrella term. Under autism there are many disorders which we are not going to go in detail, but in generally autism has all these symptoms what you told. One teacher here, she said that the child screams from the belly. This kind of a thing is known as stimming. 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 Some children might be doing banging the head, banging the table. Yeah? So all these things are known as stimming. Now these are sensory issues. This child goes through a sensory issue. Now, what happens I will tell you. Suppose in a class of 40, 50, 60 children, you have one autistic child. Yeah? The others are shouting, you are shouting. Hey, sit down! Why are you not doing it? This boy sitting here who is autistic, he gets stimulated. Because these children, first of all, they do not like society. They don't like people. They don't like sounds. They don't like lights. Such lights they don't like. Yeah? So when you are screaming, and if the child doesn't like you screaming, that boy will start stimming. Stimming means, you said ma'am, screaming. So the minute you raise your voice in the class, that child will raise the voice. And you will not understand what is happening. I am screaming, he is screaming, the whole class is screaming, we all are going mad, ultimately. So, what you have to do is, for that particular child, you have to first change yourself, and you have to change the other 45 children in the class. You have to tell the others that, see, we have a friend here who doesn't like noise. So we will not scream. We will only talk softly. You understand, ma'am? So the minute you start doing this, you also have to practice that. You have to tell your children that if I do this, you keep quiet. Use these methods. Like 1, 2, 3, calm. Close your eyes, all of you. And you see the children will do that. Keep doing that. Some children, some autistic children have, light sensitivity. So what do? They just go and stand in front of the light like that. Now the minute I see the light, I can't see your faces. But these children are very comfortable under that light. Okay? So all these are sensory issues which we feel that these children are horrible. We label them. See, my dear teachers, these, just give me 2 minutes, my eyes are little blurred actually. So these things, what I'm telling you, they are problems for the child. Please. Actually, I stared into that light, no? So, yeah, thank you. So, the thing is, these are sensory issues which we need to take care of. Now, you as a class teacher, she understood that this child screams. So, now next time, ma'am, from the next academic year or this year, You change yourself, you change the whole class for that child, and you see that child will not scream anymore. Yeah? So these things we have to observe. I told you in the beginning, right? Focus. Focus. So when you focus and when you spot. S is for social communication, restricted behavior, sensory difference. Where is that, sir? Social communication, sensory processing and behavior. It is a spectrum, not a single fixed experience. No two children with autism will be alike. You cannot say that these two children are same. No. And one more thing, one of the teachers said that these children are very intelligent. Yes. Autistic children are very intelligent. They are very intelligent. They'll be good in singing. They'll be good in something or the other. There'll be one thing in which they are extremely good. They'll also have these habits of biting, and sometimes they will bite you also. They will slap you also. Everything. But slowly, lovingly, you have to tell the child, see, you are not supposed to touch me. Draw an invisible boundary. You have to keep explaining about the boundary. That, see, you are not supposed to do this. I understand that you are having sensory issues. Now, like for some inclusive schools, they have a sensory wall. On the sensory wall, they have items like steel wool, sponge, shells, and all that. So whenever these children, they get stimming issues, no, they are taken to the wall and they are asked to touch it. So when they touch it, their nervous system calms down. Okay? See how difficult it is for us to understand. Imagine how difficult it will be for the child to understand. That child is normal in his own state. He feels we are abnormal. And we feel that the child is abnormal. So this is a conflict of two bodies. Understand? So we have to show extra care and attention to the child. So these are the problems or the, symptoms. Limited eye contact or shared attention. Somebody told me that the child never had eye contact. They will not. They will look away and talk. They will never have eye contact with you. And it is okay. You can't be tapping the child and saying, hey, look into my eye. Come on, look. No, you can't. He will not. Leave the child. Just leave the child alone. It's okay. Difficulty understanding social cues. Social cues means, for example, Ravi is there, Rahul is there. Rahul is autistic. Ravi is a normal child. Now you tell Ravi that Ravi go and play with Rahul. Now Rahul has social cues. Cues in the sense, this child, Ravi, tells this Rahul, come let's play with the car, a toy car. He will not play. Ravi will be playing and telling him, come we will play, come we will play. He will not play. He will play parallelly. This is known as parallel play. He will not play with the child, but he will play all alone. They will play all alone. You have to leave them. Unless and until they are safe, they feel safe, they will not mingle with anybody. For that matter, even you, as a teacher, if they feel, like one teacher, she said, somebody told that you made them, the girl, you made her write. Yeah. So the child felt safe with her. Now we don't know what the child is having, whether it is autism or what, we don't know. But the child felt safe with her, so she was writing. So it is our job to make the child feel safe. Okay? Another thing, you may go and tell the principal, this child doesn't respect me, ma'am, he is hitting me. He doesn't understand social cues. He doesn't know what is respect. He doesn't know what is friendship. He doesn't know what is sharing. They don't know. So don't label them like that. These are the symptoms. These are the symptoms. We don't know the disease yet. Now just because I have a headache, does it mean that I have brain tumor? No. Okay, so it's just a symptom. Prefers parallel rather than interactive play. So I already told you. Next, restricted behaviors. Insistence on sameness and routines. Now there are some children in autism spectrum where they have a single routine. 7 o'clock I will get up. 7:30 I will drink milk. 8 o'clock I will go to my bus stop. 8:05 I will get onto the bus, I will board the bus. Okay? 9 o'clock I come to school, straight away I go to class 2B. How much ever you tell the child, no, today you have first period PT, he will not go for PT. Because the rest of the 4 days he was going to class 2B, he will go to 2B only. They have a routine. Now you will ask me, ma'am, how do they know the routine? They know. It's natural. Because they are built like that. Even at home, if the mother gives this child everyday carrot, he will eat everyday carrot only. The minute he has a beetroot in his dabba, he will not eat. So you cannot ask also that why you are not changing the meal. The minute the meal is changed, he will not eat. So that is the meaning of insistence and sameness. If they are used to seeing you in the first period, and if this teacher goes in the first period, he will not sit. He will start crying or he will start stimming. He needs that first teacher. Why is there a change? So slowly we have to teach them all this. It will be difficult, but we have to. Yeah? Upset by unexpected changes. Like I said, first period he sees this teacher every day and she goes. It is unexpected. First period is English. He sees English teacher every day. Suddenly the PT master whistles right into his ear and he says, "Prrr, come, finish." He will start crying there. He will not understand "Prrr, come, sports day," nothing. So, if at all there is a sports day practice, for example, you have to start preparing that child that Rahul, tomorrow, first period, PT sir will come. We will be having sports practice. Again Tuesday, tomorrow sir will come. We will have sports practice. Again Wednesday, you have to keep telling. All this is preparation for actually the sports day. So consistently, you have to be consistent to train autistic children. If at all they are there in your class. If at all. Sensory differences. Over or under sensitivity to noise and light. Like I told you. Some children don't like light at all. So they will be like, they don't like. They like to be in a dark, enclosed room. So for such children, if you think that this child is, like ma'am, you said, screaming. Some said they are biting. So for such children, what you can do is, in your classroom, with your head's permission, take a corner, in any corner, take a a carton box and make a small room for that child over there with a chair. Now, whenever this child is facing some sensory issues, take this child and tell the child, see, that is your corner, go and sit there for how much ever time you want. So what are we giving the child? A safe space. So when you finish and when you want to come out, you come out and tell the whole class to be quiet. Now you don't start screaming, because again, even in that room also he is not safe. So you identify all these cues and build your classroom accordingly. It is necessary that you have a safe corner. Otherwise also it is necessary for you to have a safe corner for every child. Suppose any other normal child also, if the child is crying, overwhelming, tell the child, it's okay to cry. You cry. Whatever you want to do, come. I will take you to that corner. You sit there and you cry. I will sit with you here for 2 minutes. Once you finish crying, come back to the class. Give them that safe space. But never ever tell a boy that you are a boy, you can't cry. Are you a girl? Who said boys can't cry? Tell me any book where it is written that boys cannot cry. Aren't these roses sitting over there emotional? Of course, everybody has emotions. Only thing is, in our culture, we are taught that men are strong. But actually, women are strong. But still we cry. There is one sir over there, he's getting very angry when I said women are strong. So the thing is, we all have emotions. We all can cry. We all can show anger. We all can show empathy. We all can show love. We all can show kindness. But everything in limits. Yeah? So I leave you with this thought for a short break and we will come back again. Straight, leave your pens down. Close your lips but don't touch your teeth. Close your lips but do not touch your teeth. For 7 seconds. Relax. Turn your jaw to the right. This is my right. Whichever right is yours. Right. 7 seconds. Some are not doing at all. No, not your tongue in your this thing. I want the jaw to be shifted. If you can't put your hands and move it. Now to your left. Ten seconds. Relax. Now touch your tongue to the upper palate and hold your breath. Take in your breath first. Close your lips. Now release from your mouth, slow and steady. We'll do this 3 times again. Okay? Take in your breath, touch your your tongue to the upper palate and hold yourself there. Exhale slowly from your mouth. Okay? Some have fallen asleep already. So these are exercises to calm down your nervous system. You can do these even in your classes. When you feel your children are overstimulated, all of them after a PT class. So after the PT class, you know how the class is. Yeah? So when they come back, make them sit and do these exercises. Half the time they'll be quiet, figuring out and pushing their mouth like this. But these are nervous system regulators. I don't know if you're feeling calm, but automatically your mind feels calm after these exercises. Yeah? Are you feeling calm or you're just telling me like that? Yes. So use these tips for your classroom, everyday classroom activities also, so that the child, and these tips are available online also. You can keep checking. See, the best part of this age is we have AI. When we were working, we never had AI, we had only this. So all the young teachers who are sitting here, the Gen Zs, use the AI tools to, don't ask everything the AI to do, but yes, certain things, certain activities where you can, ask the children to calm down, how to calm the child down, nervous system exercises, and you will get loads of exercises online. Practice this every day. Regulate the classroom. This is known as self-regulation. Teach the children self-regulation. Early in the morning, 5 minutes of self-regulation is essential. That means when the child comes from home, greet him or her, ask them how are they feeling. You will be surprised that they will also ask you the next day, ma'am, how are you feeling, ma'am? How nice you will feel when they ask you that. Yeah? Instead of taking the attendance and calling out the names, roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, done. No. Connect with your child. Ask the child, did you brush today by any chance? Is there anybody who forgotten to brush today? There will be a truthful child who will say, yes ma'am, I forgot. Tell him the benefits of brushing. So every day one topic you will get in the morning, something or the other. So for 2 minutes talk to the children, then open your attendance register. That connection, communication is very important. Now let us shift our focus to classroom management to an autistic child. Now when you start connecting with other children, this child is silently watching you. This child is silently watching you, and silently they are observing what you are doing every day. The 4th day, the 5th day, this child also will raise the hand and say, ma'am, I brushed my teeth. Because he is seeing everybody getting involved. So first day only you don't try to go on to him and tap him and say, tell. He will not tell. Let him observe you gaining that connection, building that connection with the children. Okay? So this was a free tip. Now let us come back to module 2. Learn the labels, learning disabilities. So we know in Tare Zameen Par, Darshil was suffering from dyslexia. Yes? So dyslexia is reading and phonological processing difficulty. 80% of children who are diagnosed with this have dyslexia. Okay? The next is dyscalculia. Number sense, maths and reasoning struggles. They don't know how to reason. Chintu has 4 boxes. Chinna has 5 boxes. How many boxes? He doesn't know. He doesn't know Chintu, he doesn't know Chinna, he doesn't know box, and he doesn't know 4 and 5. Because whoever has dyscalculia, dysgraphia, dysphasia will also have dyslexia. Okay? Because this is a reading and phonological disorder. So when you are giving statement problems, they don't know. Because they can't read. Plus they don't know numbers. So what will you do? Instead of saying Raju has so and so, you will just say Raju equal to 4. Bas. They only can understand Raju. R-A-J-U. Raju. 4. Boxes and all is unnecessary. Rekha has 5. So no has 5 boxes. No. Give the ability, give this benefit of doubt to the child that that child can write Rekha equal to 5. That's all. If they write these 2 things only, it is too much. It's a lot for them. So train them, you don't get hyperactive seeing this child being like this. Cut the work for them. Like I told you, CBSE gives us that liberty to teach these children differently, to test these children differently. So it is not a rat race that all the rats have to get 100%. No. There will be some rat who doesn't even know how to get into the pond to swim. You first have to convince the rat to get inside the pool. How many of you know swimming here? Only 2. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. 5 of us know swimming here. Now all those who are sitting who don't know swimming, it's a life skill, no? Now I can ask you, why don't you know? I am teaching you, you learn. Can you learn? No, there are so many factors. You might be having phobia. You might be thinking I should wear a swimming costume. You might be thinking what other people will judge me if I do swimming. Yeah, I have crossed all that, so I know swimming. I was also like you all once upon a time, until and unless one doctor told me you have nothing but to swim. If you walk, your knees will be damaged. So you have to swim. So I had to swim. So how did I start initially? I used to fill the bucket of water in the bathroom literally and put my head in the bucket first. That whether, I had so much phobia. I am not ashamed of sharing this with everybody of you. I had so much of phobia that even under a shower I used to feel scared. I still, like now okay, but before I never used to have a bath under the shower. Because that water on my face, I used to get scared. Yeah? So all these things are also like that. So now can you relate? Yes. Now what if I tell you how lazy you are, you don't know swimming? I know. I can't do that. I have to be in your place to understand what trauma you are going through when you see the swimming pool. When you see that blue tiles. Yeah? Even though if I tell you to get down in 3 feet and walk, you won't be able to walk because you have a fear inside you. And maybe if I push you, you will have a nervous breakdown. You will have a panic attack. And maybe you drown. So everything has its time and score. You have to go step by step. Like when the doctor told me that you should learn to swim, because swimming is good for health, we all know that. So first thing I did is, I tried to be under a shower. Second thing I did is fill the bucket. My children laughed at me. I didn't care. Second thing I did is I filled the bucket of water, put my head in the bucket. Whether I'm able to do that or not. Because you have to hold your breath, right? So that is an exercise. And then one fine day, I told my children, I will buy the most expensive swimming costume. They said, yeah, first learn swimming. I said, but I have to buy it first to learn swimming. No, I can't go and swim in a dress. So this is how it works, even for such children. You have to understand, if a child has a disability, a learning disability, he is not able to process numbers, like Tare Zameen Par. He was just not able to process anything. The words used to dance in his mind. But how did Amir Khan train the child? Through art. So all these children have different arts and all. See, again, if I go deep into it, there is a different study altogether for all these disabilities. We are not certified for that. But what we can do is put our head in the bucket of water and try to breathe. Did you all understand what I am trying to say with this example? So, dysgraphia is handwriting, spelling and written expression challenges. So, the child who has dysgraphia will also have dyslexia. Okay? Dysphasia, language comprehension and expression difficulty. Now, these children will not understand if you tell them I love you. They don't comprehend. If you tell them shut up and sit down, they don't know, because they are not able to comprehend. They don't know the meaning of that, what you are trying to tell. So first is you have to break the words for them, explain the words to them in some activity form or something, and only then they will be able to understand. Oh, my teacher says I love you means she likes me. Okay, so this is how it is, and all these will have this. That is the reason this percentage is more. Got it? Is this very clear to everybody? Everything is interrelated. So ultimately the child is dyslexic only. Now beyond labels, understanding the full spectrum of special needs. ADHD, autism, all these are special needs. Yeah, they are special children. They are not dull children or dumb children. They are special children. God has chosen them specially. So intellectual disability, significant limits in intellectual functioning and adaptive behavior. Adaptive behavior means like how you all are sitting. The children who sit in the class, they know that if the chair is given, I have to sit. These children don't know. They'll carry the chair only and they'll start roaming around. So they don't know what to do with it. So this is intellectual disability. Intellectual means the mind, the CPU doesn't process anything. It just doesn't process anything. Hearing and visual impairment, partial or total loss of hearing or vision. Some children might have listening issues, vision issues. So that these are extreme cases. Okay? Physical and motor disabilities, conditions affecting mobility and coordination. So their hand and eye coordination is not there. They don't know how to walk properly. They might slip and fall. They might trip and fall. So they need some support always to walk because they lack coordination. So when you give them a plate of meal and a spoon, that spoon will not go into the mouth, it will go everywhere else. Because there is no coordination. So slowly we need to teach them how to eat. And this coordination can be, the hand and eye coordination can be given only from the age of 5 to 10. Once the child has crossed that age, and if the parent has not done it, they can never do it. Because as these children's age progress, it becomes worse. It doesn't reduce, it will become worse. So the parent has to be accepting that, okay, my child comes under this spectrum. I will go and get my child tested. There are clinics where you can get your child tested. Speech and language delays, difficulty producing of understanding language. Some, they have this lisping, they don't say the words properly. For sir they say fur. That is different, but especially these children also have language disabilities. Now the key tip for intellectual disability is use simple language, repeat instructions and provide visual step guides. Like I told you in the first time, if your child doesn't know what is an English book, put a red sticker and tell, the book with the red sticker is English. The book with the red sticker is English. The book with the red sticker is English. The book with the blue sticker is maths. The book with the brown sticker is your social studies. Keep telling, keep telling. You have to keep telling for them to understand. And one fine day they will understand. For hearing and visual empowerment, use visual aids, FM systems and facing the child when speaking at all times. Now here, aids means, these hearing aids you have, that the parent will take care of obviously, but then when they are wearing the hearing aid, don't scream into the child's ear, because they are battery operated. So the little higher volume also they feel if it is very loud, and then the stimming starts. You remember what is stimming? This, banging the head, scratching, pulling the hair, screaming at top of the voice, or either going and biting somebody. That is stimming. It can be that also. Physical and motor disability, ensure accessible seating ramps and adaptive tools for writing tasks. Now suppose if you feel that there is some physical disability for the child, arrange a ramp or such a place in your classroom where the child is seated in a higher position so that he can see the board with a comfortable seating table. I know that look on your faces, but yes. Speech and language delays, give extra processing time, use picture books and repeat keywords calmly. You be calm, like don't be see, A, read, A, no processing. So what can you do? Calmly, just go close to the child, and if the child is not even making contacts, but remember, the child is listening. They are very intelligent. Even if they don't make eye contact, they are listening. So calmly you just say A, 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 A. This is your everyday task. Every day. Because if you remember, it says consistently. So you have to be consistent. Okay? Am I asking too much of you? Watch. WATCH. Just give me 1 minute. I'll drink this. So this is your checklist. Watch framework. You all don't use phones in the school premises? Okay. So W is work habits. Frequently incomplete, messy, disorganized work. So if the child is frequently having messy work, disorganized work, then maybe something is wrong. That you can take care of. Now that is for grade 1 to 5. Their attention span wanders off during circle time or story sessions. Suppose you are telling a story in the class, or suppose you are having an entertainment time with your children. This child will be disinterested. They are not bothered about the story what you are telling. They are not bothered about what you want to tell, because that individual attention is not there. Now this is for grades 1 to 5. Talking patterns, blurts out, interrupts, or is unusually silent. Now what is their talking pattern? Now for example, we are taking a session. In between, one sir from there, he starts shouting something. That is blurting out. All of a sudden, they just shout and they keep quiet, or else they will interrupt. They will continuously keep talking with their heads like this, like talking to themselves as if they are studying something. So that is like a distraction to you, but they will do it, or else they are unusually silent. The three are all different, okay? They are not the same. There could be people who are very, very silent also. No matter you tell them to open their mouth and put a rasgulla also in the mouth, that child will not talk. Very, very silent creature, unless and until that child has opened up with the teacher. Okay? Classroom conduct, impulsive actions and emotional outbursts. Impulsive action means they can do anything at any time. They might take a pencil and poke somebody into the eye, or they can poke themselves also. So you have to be extra vigilant. Yeah, you have to be extra vigilant, because they can do anything. It all depends on their sensory organs. Nothing to do with us. Yes, there is one thing what you can do is you can control your tone. The minute, see, even if you are angry and your tone is low, they will understand, because they are used to listening to your tone. But if you are angry and your tone is different, then that also they will not understand. They will think this is not my teacher, because every day they are used to listening to one single tone only. Now suddenly today you change your tone, you are angry, something happened at home, you had a fight with your husband or your wife, you come, you are angry and your tone is different in the class, they will not recognize you. That's all. For them you are different. Though you are standing right in front of them, they will not recognize you. Okay? This is too much to remember, right? No. We can remember all this because we are not like them. So these are a very few signs which we need to remember and understand. If you think it is too much, then it will be overwhelming. But if you think that they are in a different world together and we should help them, then it will be very little for you. Emotional outbursts, crying profusely, shouting, screaming, rolling on the floor, all these are emotional outbursts. So when they are in an emotional outburst, what did I tell in the previous session? What are you supposed to do? Yes, put them in a calm corner, a safe place. Carry them, take them there and put them. If the child is carryable, just tell the child, okay, come, we will go there, sit there. Try to make a safe place for the child. Homework trends daily pattern of forgetting or resisting tasks. Resisting tasks. She doesn't know how to write. They will not touch, but they are very intelligent. So this is the nervous system telling them to do, not to do certain things. Now coming to senior grades. Senior grade teachers, please take a note of this. Work habits avoids extended writing, turns in bare minimum work. If you tell them to write 3 pages, they will write 2 lines and come. Okay? Cannot focus for more than 10 to 15 minutes during lectures. Now this is not only the problem of autistic children, but this is the problem of Gen Alpha also. You know who are Gen Alpha? The babies who are born after COVID. They are known as Gen Alpha. Here at least 10-15 minutes is written. But COVID babies, they don't have an attention of even 5 minutes. Because at home, they are used to seeing reels. Every reel is only for 30 seconds. Now for 30 seconds, their pupil tells them that something new should come. And when in 45 minutes they don't see something new in the class, they don't concentrate. Because they feel my class is also a reel. So what should you do? Should you become a reel? Yes. Yes. Every 1 minute, you will break your lesson into 1 minute chunks and you will give them. That's all. You can't tell that this is how I am and this is how I will teach. No. Your teaching then has gone. Teaching now, we have to learn. If your lesson is about 45 minutes, before you used to come, take a chalk, write 45 minutes, talk and go. It doesn't work now. Break your lesson in 5 minutes. First 5 minutes you tell them, listen to the main points I will tell you. Done. Switch over to some joke. Tell them some joke randomly and tell them, okay, laugh. They will laugh. They'll come back to the lesson. Again after 10 minutes, give them one small activity. Activity can be anything. Just one step. 30 seconds, do that activity, come back to the lesson. This is how you have to change. I know all the old and experienced teachers will see what nonsense is this. But I'm sorry, my dear teachers, if you don't change, the school will change you. That is the need of the hour. You know, there is a saying, if you can't change, so you have to change. So let me see who is going to get the Best Teachers Award next year for Gen Alpha. Especially ma'am, keep this title ready. The Best Teacher for Gen Alpha. So change. Your classroom lesson plans should be planned in such a way that you have activities. Only then these children will listen to you. Then don't complain by saying that I am doing my work, they are not understanding. They will not. Because they are used to mobiles. And you can't do anything about it. See, there are certain things which are in our control. There are certain things which are not in our control. What is in your control? To divide the lesson in such a way that they enjoy. Because for them, your lesson is a reel. Yeah? And you are the performer. So if you don't perform well, you don't get likes. You don't get hearts. This way only, no? You don't get this. So your performance is your reel, your lesson is your content, and the audience who will give a like are your children. So make your life an Instagram story, and then you see how well you can teach Gen Alpha. I deserve a clap for this, no? You know why I asked you to clap? I saw some teachers falling asleep. Difficulty sustaining conversations or topic tracking. So they don't have sustenance. That means they can't sustain. Memory power is less. And they can't understand the topic also properly. So again I will break it down to you that plan your lessons in such a way that your class, because your class is inclusive now, you understand the need of inclusive education. Your class is inclusive. You are catering to so many dimensional children in your class. So your lesson plan should be planned in such a way that even the dullest of the dullest child will understand your concept. Clear? And ma'am, don't break your heads. AI is there. If you ask AI that plan a lesson for me with activities, ChatGPT will plan it and give it to you. Do smart work. No. Who is asking you to do hard work? Am I right, ma'am? Yeah, your coordinator says yes. So why do you want to do hard work when you can do smart work? Use AI tools. That is 21st century skills. CBSE NEP 2020 law says that the teachers are supposed to be sustainable with the new technology. This is what I am talking about. Just go to ChatGPT, ask, plan my lesson with activities for neurodivergent children also. That ChatGPT will give you the timetable. Completely wonderful. Okay? Another free tip I gave you today. Homework trends for classes 6 to 12. Consistent avoidance, very inconsistent performance. So their performance will not be up to the mark. It's okay. Just leave them. It's absolutely fine. Guide with grace. So you know what is grace? Grace is Aishwarya Rai, Shushmita Sen, when they won the Miss World and Miss Universe, they were very graceful, no? Like how Mrs. Nafisa is graceful. Yeah? So work with, I know self-dabba, but it's okay. I just love the smiles on your face, so that is the reason why I said it. But work with grace. And by grace means gradual release, routine and repetition, accommodation first, cooperative learning and encouragement always. Now if you've noticed, my PPT has all the acronyms. I have designed it in such a way so that this thing gets fixed in your head or mind. Spot, focus, grace, watch. This is how you have to teach your children also. Make it easy for them. I have been chosen to ease your life, not complicate your life. Same thing. Your school head has chosen you to ease the child's life, not to complicate the child's life. Correct? Yeah. Gradual release. I do, we do, you do. Scaffold tasks progressively. So the child comes and tells you, I can't do this. You will tell the child, why are you saying I can't? You say, not yet. I cannot do it yet. But my dear child, I do, we do. That means you sit with the child and tell, come on, we will do. Ma'am, silent please, phones on aeroplane modes. I do, we do means I is the student, you do. We is you get involved with the child and tell, okay, I will help you in doing that. Scaffolding the tasks means when two people are doing it together, when two people are, sir, I have a habit of walking actually. So when two people are doing it together, the work becomes more interesting and easy. Same thing when all you teachers collaborate and work, how your work will become easy? Yes or no? Do you collaborate? Or you're telling me yes because the coordinator is there? Routine and repetition. Predictable structures reduce anxiety and boost focus. Predictable structures means I told you. Suppose you have annual day coming. Tell the children from 1 month before only. Means such children I am talking about. Annual day is coming, you will be dressed up, we will put makeup for you, you will dance, there will be new clothes because they will not wear again different textured clothes. Because when they have a nervous breakdown, like I forgot to tell you, so I told you light, I told you sound. So there is for texture also. They wear one particular cloth only. If they like cotton, they will wear cotton only. If they like polyester, they will wear polyester only. So for that annual day, if you are making the child wear something, they will not wear. So you have to prepare them. It's better not to take that child. Because they will just not listen to you because they don't like it. It's like, I don't like lizards. It's like some people don't like snakes. Some people don't like crocodiles. So when you don't like it, you don't like it. How can, if I tell you I don't like lizards and you tell me, no ma'am, please put the lizard on your hand, no. Will I do it? No. So don't force it on the child. Don't take such children where you have to change their dress and put them into some item number song or whatever it is. Accommodation first, extended time, oral test, quiet spaces, no medical label required. That means extended time means if at all you feel that after your class timings also, if you have to sit with this child and explain a little more, feel happy to do it. See, sometimes I feel in a teacher's profession, the salary doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is the gratitude what the child or the parent will come and show you. Yes? So your conscious mind should be able to work for that one day. I told you this in the beginning also. I know many of us think, especially I'm not tagging anybody, but especially the new generation, they think if we are paid so much, we will work only so much. Then you are not to be in the teacher's profession. Because we are not here by chance. We are here by choice. It was your choice to be here. Nobody has forced you. Otherwise, you have all the software companies go there. Work like a corporate. But mind you, my dear teachers' job is not a corporate job. You can't say I will work from 9 to 5. When I was working, there was a time when I was working even till 10 in the night. My children used to tell me, you are doing too much. I said, okay. That satisfies my soul, no? So I will do too much. And now my whole story has changed. Now from teachers it has come to, from students it has come to teachers. Last night I came at around 1 o'clock. The train was late from Vijayawada. I had a training there. Sir told me, ma'am, by 9 you have to be there. I said, sir, give me half an hour grace. He said, no. I said, okay. By 9:10 I was here. So, the passion. First it was the students, now it is teachers. I love to train you all. So that is my passion. So always keep that passion in you. Keep that passion. Nobody should come and tell you, do it, do it, do it. No, don't listen. You do and you tell them that I am doing like this. See, I have helped this child to grow. So when that child goes from first standard to second standard or fifth standard to sixth standard, go and tell the teacher, the class teacher that see, this is the list of things which I have done and he follows this only. So please you also do like this only, because he is a special child. That is where your collaboration is needed. You can't be like, chooskunta, she'll do. No, she can't do without you. If I go and tell her, she'll take the promotion. Let her take the promotion. No. The child is one who is promoting you. Who is she to take your promotion? So sometimes you should work for yourself. Everything is not monetary and money. I don't know, I may be wrong also in today's world, but everything is not money. Okay? Cooperative learning. Pair diverse learners, peer support improves all outcomes. Means along with this one special child, train 2-3 other children in the class to take care of this child. That is peer support. So that when you are sometimes drained out or tired, you can tell that child that sit with this child and help him. Because these children have social anxiety also. They don't make friends. So slowly along with yourself, you try to gel these 2 other children also, so that when you are tired, these 2 children will take care of this child. Teachers, am I clear? Yes. I mean not audible. Concept. Encouragement always. Encourage the child always. Any child for that matter. Keep encouraging them. Even if today he writes the letter A, say very good. You are so good. So tomorrow can we write B and A and B? So he will be so happy. But if you say, what? You only wrote A. I wrote A, B, C, D. He will not do that also. So those little encouragements are very, very important. Always keep a toffee or not toffee. Nowadays this CBSE is having this no sugar or something, no? Star, that's so outdated. Look for something new, no? Look for something new. Give them a small badge or a tag or something like that. Think of something new and keep doing it. Okay? Sir, how do I see this? It should be multidimensional. The child is supposed to be asking questions. Critical thinking. You should imbibe critical thinking into the child. And how will you do that? By adjust what students learn. Visual aids, audio books. Nowadays the books which you use, the authors or the companies, the publishers who they give books, right? So you have a scanner or something. When you scan that, you have an audio book or you have a video book. So you use that. I mean, do you have a smart class where you take the children? Yeah, so use that. Use your voice, use audio books, use videos. and try to show them. The more they see, because there are different kinds of learners. There are learners who only listen and understand, who see and understand. There are who are a mix-up of both. They are kinesthetic learners. They are known as kinesthetic learners, where all the approaches are in one. Okay? Process, adjust how they learn, hands-on, peer tutoring, graphic organizers, same thing. Peer group learning, what I told you. Product, now graphic organizers is not in India, it's used in foreign countries, so I cannot talk about that. Adjust how they show learning, oral, art, project, portfolio, yes, very important. I will give you an example. When I was teaching in degree, I was an English lecturer. And for a degree exam, there was a question, give the difference between listening and hearing. Okay? So, I used to go to evaluate papers also. So, when I went for evaluation, in one answer script, that boy or girl, I don't know who, because we never knew about the roll numbers, that boy had drawn a ear, and everything, the whole page was full of drawing, telling me and showing me the difference between hearing and listening. So that answer carried 20 marks. I went to the chief examiner and I said, sir, he said give him 0. I said no, I will give him 20. He said, why? I said, he is a different kind of learner. He understood this in this way, so he drew the diagram. He said, no, you cannot. I said, I will. He said, but he is not written. I said, why he is not written? He has labeled the parts. He has labeled the parts. He has given the concept in a graphical manner, in a drawing way. So why shouldn't I give the child 20 marks? I gave the child 20 marks. So you have to be flexible. Yes, we cannot do this for board exams and all. Yeah, but from classes 1 to 8 at least, you can let the child describe what they know. If not for final exams or other exams, in your assessments, you have these continuous assessments, right? Give them the liberty to come out and talk sometimes. Okay, you explain the lesson, I will give you 5 marks. I will add it in your continuous assessment. One child says, ma'am, I will draw and show you. Okay, come, draw and show me the lesson, I will give you 5 marks. So that is what this means. Give them projects or give them something where the child feels the flexibility to come and assess their, so that you can assess what they know. Now assessment can be anything, no. After this session is over, I may ask you questions, that is assessment. Or I may ask you to do a task, that is assessment. I can't say, no, I will give you a question paper, you have to solve. You can't. So there are different kinds of assessment. Now this is between the 4 walls I am talking about. Again, you are the queen of your class. You let your heads know about it, that okay, I will have one such assessment where I will allow the child to do whatever the child wants to do. Suppose water cycle. The child can only draw the water cycle and explain. You can give the marks. Or the child can give a debate on water cycle. You can tell the child, I will give you the marks only if you give me the data, whether you've gone to do survey from surroundings, that how is water cycle created. If you give me the data on paper, I will give you the 5 marks. There are so many ways, teachers. There are so many ways. Apart from textbook learning, there are many other ways where we can inculcate all of this in our daily routine. Now maybe you feel that all this is too much to process. But if you do it slow by slow, no, you will get it what I'm saying. Now I don't know, like, I have no work, so I am on Facebook all the time. So when I am scrolling through Facebook, there are so many mathematical, puzzles which keep cropping up, and I keep saving those videos. So go online and see such kind of things. They put 3-4 sticks and they tell them, okay, move 2 sticks and the total should be only this much. Give them those 5 marks if they solve that. No. So this is activity based learning. Okay, got it? Environment, adjust where they learn, quiet corners, flexible seating, sensory tools. So today, if you think that your child needs, do you have a playground? Oh, okay. So suppose if there is a school which has a playground or something, you can take the child to the playground and also teach them about rectangles, triangles, semicircles. If there is a a court, basketball court where there is a circle with a circumference drawn, you can teach all that on the ground also. Who said teaching is limited only to classroom? It can go out, yes, but if your heads agree to. Yeah? Otherwise don't say Nafisa ma'am came, she told us to take the children to the ground, and you take them to the ground. Sensory and environment design, building a classroom where every child can breathe and believe. Calm corner, visual support, flexible seating, noise management. Beanbag, soft cushion area. Like I said, calm corner. If you have a waste beanbag, you can bring that beanbag and put it in that corner of your classroom. Tell the child, go and relax there. It's okay. Low lighting option. So that corner should have very low lights. It shouldn't be bright corner. Okay. Stress balls and fidget tools. Where is my bag? Let's do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or okay, I'll count till 15. Till 15 you can press 1, 2, 3. I'm talking about other children also. So do that in the class so that the other child who is seeing, the other 45 children who are seeing this, next time they will also start misbehaving and they'll tell you, ma'am, I also want the stress ball. So I am putting the stress on you. You will need a stress ball. No, jokes apart, but keep all this handy in your cupboard so that you can use all of this whenever it is required. Fidget tools means, these small tools, they have these, something like a Beyblade. These Beyblades they have. Some children like to play with that. So tell them, you go into the corner, you play and you come back, but after you come back, you should finish this. So give them such things to do. Visual schedule on wall. Visual schedule on wall means, now suppose visual schedule on wall is nothing but on the wall you give them a schedule. That okay, today is Monday, the first period will be so and so. The first period is the red color sticker. The timetable also has to be in red. Okay. Now that is, you must have observed that many children have this habit. Every time the bell rings, they go to the timetable and they start reading. Even if they don't know what is there, how to read, they will go and stand there and they'll stare at the timetable. Yeah? Because they are excited. They know that okay, this, because why do you think schools have timetables? So that the teachers can come and teach? No. so that we put the child into a discipline. So that we put the child into a discipline of time. They know how to manage their time. In 45 minutes, this will end and another period will start. So I have only 45 minutes to deal with. So that is the visual check. Or you have, nowadays they have this visual wall where they show, what is that, the palm print. The teachers, they say, do you want a hug, or you want a thumbs up, or you want all that. Such kind of a visual wall where every 20 minutes of the class is over, you tell the child, okay, now you have been crying, I understand, go and show me, tell me what you want over there. So the child will say, I want a hug. Then you give the child a hug. That is known as a visual wall. Daily schedule. Now visual supports means for such children, daily schedule strip on boards. Like I told you, timetable. If it is maths, blue. If it is science, pink. Like that. You make the timetable also in such a way and stick those color stickers in that book of that particular child, not the full class, for special need child. Okay. Color coded subject folders, word walls with pictures. Laugh. Ha ha ha. There are so many different kinds of laughs. Guffaw, chuckle, smirk. All these are vocabularies. So look into the dictionary for these words, or not dictionary, I'm sorry, that's outdated. Go to ChatGPT again. Tell ChatGPT to give you different kinds of smiles with their photos. Take a print, cut it, put it on the poster and stick it on the wall. So the child is seeing that every day and learning new vocabulary. Then are different kinds of flights. Glide, take off. Okay, what does an eagle do? An eagle glides. It first glides and then it takes off. So many things are there. If you think ChatGPT is outdated for you, use Claude, CLAUDE. There are so many things coming up. We have to be updated. Again, graphic organizer is not for us. Standing desks for active learners. Standing, now this is totally on the school's management. There's nothing you can do about it. Cluster tables for collaboration. This also you can't do. Cluster tables means if I make you sit in a round manner, that is cluster table for collaboration. That you can do if you are doing some activity for higher class. Lower class will give you a headache. Quiet row option at front, no fixed seats. No child should have a fixed seat in the class. That means give them one day in a week. Say for example Saturday. Tell them, okay, Saturday you can come and sit anywhere. But Rahul will sit with me only. Okay? So that way Rahul, because Rahul doesn't like change, no? So the minute you change things like this, suppose he is used to seeing Rekha in the first row, he sees Revati there, he says, what? I am not in the same class. So this also you have to prepare from Monday. That Saturday you will change places, Saturday you will change. So he is listening. But Rahul will sit with me, Rahul will sit with me, Rahul will sit with me. You have to do this every day. Consistently you have to be consistent. There is no other go. Noise management, clear noise expectations. Tell your class that we have a special child. Don't tell special child. You say Rahul needs calm classes. You are not supposed to shout after your PT period. You are not supposed to shout after your language period. You are supposed to keep quiet and go in the line. You will understand, no children? The children will say yes. The children are much better than us. If you give them instructions, they will do. And they are very kind also that way. I don't know if you all have noticed it, but children are very, very kind. They are very kind-hearted beings because they are innocent, no? Somewhere we get diluted like lemon water. They are concentrated, we are all are diluted. So children are very kind. Take children's help. Tell them what is the problem. One day tell the class that, see, we have a friend here who doesn't like noise in the class. The minute he or she hears noise, he will panic. So let us not disturb him. They will understand. And if somebody is having a panic attack, what will you do? You will also panic? You will do a grounding technique. What is a grounding technique? Grounding technique is for everybody. I learned this from my daughter. Now my daughter is a child psychologist. She worked in Navy Children's School because Navy Children's School is an inclusive school. They have psychologists, they have occupational therapists, they have all sorts of teachers, shadow teachers who take care of such children. And she was the head over there. So during COVID, I had these panic attacks all of a sudden. Like I didn't know what, they were showing these ambulances full of dead bodies and all of this. And I was not able to take it and I had these panic attacks. Panic attacks means you have sudden spurts of sweat, you are breathing, heavy breathing, and you don't know what to do. You are like feeling choked. So she taught me grounding techniques. Now what are grounding techniques? 5 things that you can see. She asked me, Mummy, tell me 5 things which you can see. So then it takes time, but you have to see and tell. For example, lemon water, mic, blue chair, a huge fan, speakers, 5 things. 4 things that you can smell. Tell the 4 things which you can smell. 3 things that you can touch. Okay, I can touch you. You can touch my hair. You can touch your body. So see, you are safe. Nothing is wrong with you. These are grounding techniques. If at all you come across your colleagues or your child in the class having panic attacks like this, calm down first, you don't panic, and you tell them these techniques. Yeah, I have forgotten the other 2. Maybe if you Google the grounding techniques, grounding, grounding techniques, you will know. So that is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In that order, 5 things, it's all, what are the 5 senses? Eyes, smell. Yeah, correct. So it is in the same order. 5 things you see, 4 things you smell, 3 things you hear, 2 things which you can speak about, and 1 thing is touch. Yes, touch. If you can touch and feel something, so that these are the 5, all our 5 senses. So what happens is, you automatically calm down. You feel that you are safe. See, I can hear, I can see, I can smell, I can touch. That means I am safe. So use these techniques. Learn. What I am trying to tell you, teachers, is, see, we all are not perfect. And we don't need to be perfect. But we can do these little things and keep a diary ready on our table with these things. Since you are knowing about inclusion, try to get these ideas from the internet, write it down, what to do with such children, and keep it handy. So your life becomes easy. Because in the daily, once the school starts, you will become busy. You will not have the time. So this is the time for you to prepare grounding techniques, calm corner. Think of a corner in your classroom and keep a calm corner ready. Not only for an autistic child, but for anybody. For that matter, even for you. You are feeling overwhelmed, go and sit in that corner, tell the children, I need my me time, don't come to me. See, that is the problem. In India, we don't treat mental health as health. Today, if a teacher calls up the school, ma'am, where is she? She is not here. Okay. Today, if a teacher calls up the school office and says, I am having fever, I cannot come, the school will say, okay, don't come. But if you tell that, ma'am, today I am not mentally fit, I don't think I can come, the school will not agree. Because our surrounding is like that, and we will also feel that mental illness is something a taboo. It's like that person is mental only. No, you might have an emotional breakdown sometime. You're not in the right mind to come and teach. Same way, the child is not in the right mind to come and study. Maybe sometimes the maid is not in the right time to come and do your housework. There are so many things to this. So we need to accept that we are human beings. If for physical fever or body pains we go to the doctor, then why not for mental health we should also go to a psychologist. It's okay to go to a psychologist. It's okay to get treated. It's okay to get therapies. I don't know, even parents, if you tell them that something is wrong with the child, you need to see a counselor, they react. You think my child is mental? No, who said? It's nothing to do with mental. It is about therapies. Okay? So this is how it is. Collaborate and connect with your parents. Your parents means the children's parents. Schedule regular check-ins. Now this is if you have a psychologist in house. If you have a psychologist in school, then all this is to be done. Okay? But since you don't have a psychologist in house and you are taking care of an autistic child, but you are not supposed to tell the parent that the child is autistic, then you just zip your mouth and do your work. That's it. There's no need for you to tell. But if it goes overboard, like suppose the parent comes and shouts at you and tells you, why did you put my child here? Why is the child here from the last 1 month and not sitting with the other children? Then you tell, ma'am, I am trying my level best to teach your child. The child is having a little difficulty in learning. Watch your words. Watch your words, what you're saying. Even if you're talking in Telugu also, don't randomly say anything that comes to your mouth. Watch your words. The child is having a little difficulty. I actually was thinking of coming and telling you, ma'am, about it. Don't you think your child is having a little difficulty in learning? What are you doing at home? See, I am doing this. Are you following the same pattern, ma'am? Then she will get the dhakka. Oh, I am not doing this. She is doing. So automatically she will calm down. It all don't see, it is not about you. They are not blaming you for anything. They just want a problem to be resolved. That's all. So don't take anything personally. Always remember, teachers, never take any comment personally. It is not to be taken personally. Otherwise, if you start taking things personally, your mental health will be an issue. Okay. So this is create a simple home school communication book. Communicate and tell, I am doing this, are you also doing this? You follow in the same way. Okay. School support system. The school should do this. Refer early to the special educator or counselor. So like I told you, inclusive schools have special educators and counselors. Counselors means not a receptionist, not a counselor who takes care of the admission. A counselor is a psychologist. Okay. For us in Andhra, counselor means a receptionist who does admissions. No. This counselor is a psychologist who will help you in the treatment of the child. Form a student support system that you cannot do. Maintain confidential but shared observation notes. This is very important. That's very important. Something happened. Ma'am is not well. So you have to be confidential. You cannot, suppose the child is screaming, you can't take your phone and record. Don't do that. That is offensive. You can't show, the principal or somebody, see, I took a video, I have proof. The child is biting somebody and you take a video. No videos allowed. It is very, very confidential. Since you have classroom cameras, the cameras will capture whatever is happening. You don't have to capture anything. And confidentiality means you are not supposed to discuss this even in the staff room. Got it, teachers? Use NCERT's inclusive education resource. Like I told you, Prashast app or something is there. Go into that and see what are the inclusive measures for such kind of children. Connect with pediatricians. These are external professionals who can help the child. So this is to be given to the parent. If the parent is showing interest. If the parent is showing interest. India's legal framework for inclusive education. Reserved seats and barrier-free schools. That means you should have inclusive schools. Okay. Free and compulsory education for children with SEN. But it's not happening, I don't guess. Mandated inclusive classrooms in all schools. All CBSE schools should have inclusive classroom. Now you understood what is inclusive method? Education. You cannot deny such children. Sometimes out of curiosity or out of anger we tell, that such children should leave the school and go. Why are the school management burdening us with such a child? You can't say that. Because every CBSE school is an inclusive school. Like every school has a fire alarm system, same way. What this means for you as a teacher, you are legally required to make reasonable accommodations for children with special needs. You cannot say, I can't have this child in my class. You have to have that child in your class. Refusal or negligence can be a violation. The school can take action on you if you refuse. If you refuse to take such children in your class, either the school or the parent can take action on you. Okay? You are also protected when you advocate for your students. So if you feel this child is yours and you tell that, okay, I will take care of the child, then maybe the school will support you also. Okay? So the burden is totally on. I didn't say it. So the language and attitude, very important, teachers. What should you say and what you should not say. Child with ADHD, not ADHD child. She is a child with ADHD, not ADHD child. Okay? Celebrate small wins publicly and consistently. Ask the child what helps them. They often know. So if the child is able to talk, ask the child, how do you want me to help you? If they tell you how, then you continue in that way. If not, it is your duty to find out. Use person first language at all times. First person, second person, you know, right? So use that language. Focus on strengths before addressing gaps. Find out the strength of the child. Like that teacher told me, the child was brilliant in reading, but he was not very good in everything. So you know the strength. The strength is the child reads very well. So let the child do that only what the child likes. Okay? Ensure private conversations about assessments. Don't discuss his or her marks in the class. It should be private. Because these children, they feel insulted very much. And then the stimming starts. And when the stimming starts, you will not know how to handle it. Don't label children publicly in class. Lazy, horrible, stupid, slow learner, dumb, dirty handwriting, dirty fellow. Don't. Compare them with other students. Don't compare them with other students. Don't assume low ability equals low potential. Because this child is not able to do this now, doesn't mean that the child is having low potential. Okay, I will just give you a small, I'm 2 minutes late, but okay. I'll just give you a small example. My daughter, she was working in Bangalore with a company where this company used to send special educators to such children. She was working with a child. I'm not supposed to say it publicly, but I will, just to give you example. She was working with a child with autism. Okay? Now this girl, when she used to be angry, she used to sing all old Hindi songs. Or she used to bite. And when my daughter used to come home, she used to have all bite marks everywhere. So this is how children are. And if that girl used to be very angry, then she only simply used to turn her face away and she used to start singing songs which you also don't know from where she used to get the lyrics, God knows, but she used to start singing. So this is how these children are. So we have to be mentally prepared. Not that if the child is biting you, you give hard one slap and then finally illegal action can be taken against you. Because the child is with a special need. Till then the parent will not find out if the child is with a special need. The minute you slap the child, they will go do all the tests. And they'll give you the proof. See, my child is with a special need. You slapped my child. So don't give them a chance. Punish behavior that stems from a disability. Don't punish anybody. Normally also we are not supposed to punish any child. Okay? Ignore or dismiss parent concerns. Don't ignore. Don't ignore or dismiss parent concerns. Suppose something has to be brought to the parents' notice, tell them, see, this is what is happening with your child. You also take care at home. Since the child is with me for 8 hours, I am giving you a list of things. The child is with you for so many hours, you come and give me the list of things. We will collaborate and work. Got it, teachers? Share diagnosis details with other students. Don't go and share it with, if suppose you are a class 5 teacher, don't go to 6th standard and tell them the story of what Rahul did. It's not acceptable. So this is your 30-day inclusive action plan. Week 1, watch. WATCH, watch. Week 2, adapt. Week 3, connect. Week 4, grow. Observe, complete the watch checklist of your class. Note 3 to 5 students who may need extra support. School is opening on the 11th. From 11th till the 17th or 18th, you will understand your classroom. So you write it down, who needs extra support, and be ready. Review class seating and reduce sensory triggers. So if you understand that some child in your class is autistic or ADHD, okay, I mean with ADHD and with autism, then you have to tone and change yourself. You cannot be screaming, you cannot be shouting, you cannot turn on the lights. I know it is difficult, but slowly you will understand. Create a visual daily schedule for your classroom. You have to daily change your pattern. Introduce one differentiated task per lesson. Task wise, activity wise, teach your children. Set up a quiet, calm corner, okay. Schedule a parent check-in, this is week 3. Schedule a parent check-in for 2 to 3 students. Now, 1 and 2, you have done your work. Third week, tell your coordinators or the heads, call the parents and ask them. See, this is what we have found out. This child is feeling a little difficult to sit in the classroom. Do you know about this? They will definitely say, he is perfectly alright in the house. So tell them, no, we have been monitoring them from 2 weeks. So this is this. Can you also monitor that child in the class at home? Just observe the child, what the child is doing. Talk in positive reinforcement. Don't shower blessings in negative way on them. Okay? Start a simple communication notebook. Tell the parent, okay, we have diaries. I will communicate through diaries. It's a proof. Teachers, always use school tools. It's a proof what you're doing. So I will communicate to you through diaries. Do you understand Telugu, Hindi, English? They will say, okay, Telugu. Write the note in Telugu. Okay? And send it to them. And tell them to sign and get back to you. Okay? Review. Week 4. Review what has changed, what worked and what didn't work. Trial and error. Have you heard of it? Trial and error you have to do. So try it. If it works, keep it. If it doesn't work, discard it. Share one strategy with a colleague. Internally, when you're sitting, share the strategy with the person, who other person is in difficulty. Tell them, I tried this. It might not work for you, but you also try it. No harm in giving strategies, but not gossips. Commit to one ongoing accommodation per student. That means one at a time, do the changes. Not so many changes at a time. Okay? This is for you to read. Please read loudly. Every child deserves a teacher who believes in their possibility. Inclusion is not a strategy to help people fit into the systems and structure which exist in our society. It is about transforming those systems and structures to make it better for everyone. Okay? So this is, I think, done for today. You can have a break. I hope I was able to help you. Did you all follow? Okay. We will meet again after your lunch break. But when you come back after they are the roses there, you are thorns. Okay. What is okay, so happy, sad, angry is behind that big blower. Not angry, sorry, confused. Happy, sad, confused. And one more I said, no? Angry. So my question to all the teachers, ready? Yes, ready? Yes, ma'am. Ready? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Only one question I will ask. You will choose your corners. Now you will not copy the other person and do. What you feel you will do. What did you feel about today's session in the morning? Happy. Huh? Get up and go to the corner. Okay, now I don't believe this. This is very unrealistic because some people might be confused, some people might be angry that you are supposed to do so many things. The roses didn't even get up from there. Let me go there. Sir, please, sir, na paru kapadan, sir. Please. Sir, my question is, what did you feel about today's session? If you are confused, you can go to the confused corner also. If you are happy, you can go. I know this group is not happy. If you are angry also, you can do that. But please do no. No, but get up and go.
We are worrying about the places.
See.
They are confused.
Please, I want the coordinator ma'am here. Why did you all come back and sit? I'm not done yet. Seriously? Where is my coordinator? Ma'am, they are not getting up because they lose their chair, it seems. See, activity is meant for everybody and you have to. Now imagine if you are in a class and you want to do something like this to your children and your children refuse to do. How will you feel? Same thing I am feeling. The question was, what did you feel about morning session? Confused, happy, angry, and sad. Whatever it is. Happy, happy, happy. Wow. He's giving an అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి వచ్చేయండి చాలు. You too? What? You all are not special. Come on. Give a big round of applause for the roses. You all are thorns. Yeah, for thorns also. See how they are fighting for the chair. Chandrababu Naidu also wouldn't have fought with his chair so much. I wish it rains. Okay, now before we go into this, I wanted to do that. Now what is that? That is, you are sitting in pairs, no? I mean, I want you to select your partner and discuss that how will you change as a teacher and how will you give an inclusive environment to your student. I give you 10 minutes for this activity and randomly I will hand over the mic to you and you will have to talk. Any 5 or 6 people. Your timer starts now. 2 people, only 2 people will start discussing what you want to do. Inclusive class. We are only talking about an inclusive class now. How will you change as a teacher in your inclusive class from now on? I see some chairs empty. These teachers have gone home. Ma'am, fill in the blanks.
My support teachers are not there. No, my morning somebody else sitting now there. No, we don't know where they are.
I said 2. I didn't say 10. In pairs. Sir has given me this mic and he has restricted my movement. I can't come there. Sir, in pairs of 2, how will you change your classroom? Discuss with your partner and I will come to you. ఇది అన్ఈజీగా ఉంది సార్. No, what is this?
ఆఫ్ చేస్తాం.
No, ఇదే ఉంచండి. బట్ మార్నింగ్ ఇదంతా నాకు డిస్టర్బ్ అవ్వలేదు, ఇప్పుడు డిస్టర్బ్ అవుతుంది సడన్.
కార్నర్లో పెట్టండి.
No, see, hurting me. ఇలా తిప్పేయండి, లేకపోతే అది Yes, are you ready? This yeah. Ma'am, you know there is a saying in English. What is the saying? I forgot. I saw the coordinator and I forgot. The mice is at play when the cat is away. You were not here and they didn't get up and do the activity, ma'am. I made them run. They said we will lose our places if we get up. The ladies and the gents. Yes. Anyways, jokes apart, who will come first?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
One second. Please, she has volunteered to speak, so kindly give her all your ears.
Myself Jyoti ma'am, mother teacher grade 2. As you said, I'll create a happy corner for my students from now onwards. It's a very useful point to the children who are what they are facing in the classes to calm them. That I'll be creating from next time. Thank you, ma'am.
Can you send me a picture after you do that? Clap. Who else? Sir, why are you all standing? You want to speak? Okay, wait. They have to be given the... Please come, sir. Sir, here. I want you to be in the camera.
So good afternoon, teachers, and myself Jimmy Prasad from P2 branch. You all know me. So actually, I am not dealing with any lower sections. I will be dealing with higher classes, 8th, 9th, and 10th. But normally, we are having one child, used to have one child who is suffering with these kind of special things. And what Madam told in the morning session, it is very important, and we have implemented that. In spite of that one also, the child requires even more special attention, which in our school right now we cannot provide. As Madam said, the heads have to think about that. So for that reason, that boy presently is not studying, but when he studied until 5 years, madam. Right from first standard onwards, he was there until 7th. So from first onwards, he's suffering with that. His parents also know, but he wants to be in the school and mingle with the normal children. So what madam has done in the morning session, like creating a special seat for that child and making him visuality about the timetable, engaging him and showing some kind of things. These sort of things, all things have been done by our teachers in our P2 branch. And I think every branch is having these sort of children. Yes, so every branch is practicing and we are practicing that. But in spite of that, we can see the other children, parents also should cooperate in order to do all these things. So particularly when we give a special attention to one child, the other parents will be coming and complaining that you are not bothering about our children. So we are facilitating the special children and we are inclusively doing that. But in spite of that, we can see the normal children, parents should cooperate with the teacher. Then certainly what madam has spoken right from morning till afternoon will be fruitful with them. So this is what I have understood from madam's lecture. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So, ma'am, kindly arrange one session with the parents also. We need to speak to the parents also. Young, dynamic, handsome, dashing, young.
Thank you so much for the compliment. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pranay Vamshi Rampatla. I am an IIT Physics faculty at P1, P2 and P6. So from morning onwards, I am observing and I am absorbing everything what ma'am is trying to teach. One thing attracted to me with respect to ADHD and autism. I know the words, but I don't know the meaning of it. Because of this session, I was able to identify whatever I have experienced in past. So it will be better for me to tackle a student who is having these issues. So thank you so much, ma'am, for explaining in a very good way. So as a teacher, what will I do? I will first inculcate the qualities what I want to see in the children. That is the first point. Because I want them to be disciplined. I want them to hear. So all these things first I will do. And I will encourage the students to ask questions and feel more comfortable. Then only they can open up. This is what I will do it. And I will identify students. It is very easy to sense the energy of the class. This is what I feel. Every class we have a set of energy which you cannot explain in words, but you can sense it. I hope every teacher can sense it. So according to that, we should adapt to that environment and be with them. They shouldn't feel that this is a foreign guy, someone has come from outside to control us. That is the one issue. They shouldn't feel like controlling. They should feel like, yeah, this sir or madam, he's very comfortable with us. We can open up to them. So if anything happens in the future, they straight away run to you and they will report to you because they feel comfortable. So that is, and that doesn't mean that you get the comfort level has some boundaries. So that every teacher knows. So this is what I will do as a teacher.
Thank you so much. And I am glad, like youngsters like you, especially the gender I'm talking about, that they have chosen a field as super as teaching. He needs a big round of applause. There is a world out there where he could have chosen anything. So now my suggestion to you is, since you have chosen this, stay with this. Yeah, and all the others also, because he's a young mind, not that only he, the other youngsters also will have new innovative ideas. Kindly collaborate, ask and do. Work in synchrony with each other. Yes? Just because, don't just say that he is a child, what will he know? I am 30 years experienced. If you say that, you are not a teacher. Yes, because he is a new generation, he knows how to deal with the new generation. We will not know. So it's better you take tips from all the youngsters who are sitting here. Okay? Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. Anyone else? Only 2-3 people came out. Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am. This is Purnima from P2. As ma'am
So my takeaway from the morning session, I want to make my classroom inclusive by taking up a 30-day action plan which was given by you. So this is not a vote of thanks. I want to adapt this one in my classroom. First of all, to observe all the set of children. Then I make them adaptable, and then I connect with them. I make them connect with me, and then I start them to grow.
Thank you, ma'am.
This is what I have taken from the morning session. Thank
So
you.
before you make them adaptable, you have to be adaptable. Yeah. 1 minute. Same faces from morning.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm not a newcomer to this school. Like every year we are facing one student like this, like ADHD children, we should not say that word. But every year we are facing, but we are having so many sections like Macmillan, Oxford. Till now, this type of resource persons we couldn't find, ma'am. Really, we thank for the Pollocks family. First of all, again, I learned from morning to till now, focus, watch, guide with grace. I learned 3 things from you, ma'am. Really, I will implement in my class. I have more patience, even though still more. Like in a simple way, first of all, encourage confidence and appreciate each child's strength. I want to take more nothing from my children. I want to give for them. Provide regular routine repetitions for this type of children. What I learned from you. The other one is be patient and understanding and supporting. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Again, a vote of thanks. Ma'am, pass on the mic.
Good afternoon, ma'am. As per your question, what I have to implement in my class. First of all, I'll arrange one calm corner. It may be not possible to construct a little house in my classroom, but though I can arrange one separate chair by decorating it, and definitely I'll implement that in my class. And one more thing, I was very impressed in the morning session. Actually, I wrote that in my book even. When I decorating my notice board, definitely I'll implement this, ma'am. Continuously by sitting the child in the classroom and tell him to listen the lesson continuously for 45 minutes, it is not possible. So you said every 20 minutes we have to give a break to them by doing some activities so that they can we can grab their attention. Definitely that I will implement, ma'am, by decorating my board with you said hi-fi, dance, whatever they want. By giving such kind of activities, definitely I will implement that. I was very impressed with that, ma'am. And in the 4th module, you said collaborate and comment. Of course, regularly we are dealing with the parents, but at some extent, or at some point of time, we lost our patience. But as you said in the morning, how we have to communicate with the parent politely, that is also very impressive, ma'am. Definitely we'll implement that in the next upcoming year, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I am impressed too that I could impress you. Wow, I made a rhyme. So let's go on to our next session, and that is the mind, mental health. Like I told you before we went for lunch, how mental health matters. Whether they are children or we or our husbands or our daughters or our sons or our mother-in-laws, whoever, mind matters. So mental health does matter. So mental health is a hidden crisis. 50% of all mental disorders begin before the age of 14. Okay? 75% begins before the age of 24. 1 in 5 Indian children show signs of mental distress. and 7.3% of India's disease burden is mental illness. Now, why do you think this is such a high number? Why do you think this is such a high number? Because we don't communicate. I have a problem with you. I don't communicate. I keep it inside me. It will build up, build up, build up, build up. One fine day I become a prestige pressure cooker. And then I blow a whistle. That whistle could be whether I have gone mad or panic attack or stress or thinking of committing suicide. So what is the best thing to do? Communicate. Engagement. By engagement, I don't mean that exchanging rings. Engagement is engage yourself in any relationship. Whether it's your husband, whether it's your children, whether it's your school, your peer society, anyone, try to talk it out. You have a problem with each other, tell that person, hey, look, what's your problem? Come, let us sit and talk like two mature adults. You don't gossip about me, I don't gossip about you, let us talk. Let us talk and solve the issue. Coming to the children. Children are not able to communicate with parents somehow. Either the parents are busy or the parents have a taboo of not talking to the children about certain things. Suppose, for example, a child is seeing pornography on YouTube. The mother catches the child seeing a porn video on YouTube. The mother decides, I will not talk. Chi, how can I talk about this? Are, if you don't talk, who will talk? If you don't tell your child that you are growing, my dear child, your body is changing. You will feel certain stimulations in your body. These things will happen. So the boy doesn't need the video. He will come and talk to you. You are understanding? I know it is difficult for us to process because our community is like that. Because we are built in that way that certain things we are not supposed to talk about. Whether she is a girl child or a boy. But you only have to talk as parents. And mind you, if you are thinking that the father will talk to the child, no. The mother only can be a best friend of a child. Keep talking, keep asking. The child comes back home and the child locks himself or herself in the room and you are not bothered. You are busy in the kitchen. You are busy with the laundry. You are busy with the mobile. Leave your mobile. That is a virtual world. You have an actual world to deal with. Deal with that world first, then go to the virtual world. Ask your babies after they come home, what happened today? Instead of asking what did the teacher do today, ask them, what did you learn today? Did you feel happy about it? What are your emotions? Did something trigger you in school today? You want to talk about it? Talk. He comes to you, you are in the kitchen, he'll come and hug you or she will come and hug you. You go. I'm cooking, you can't see? I have to cook a meal for 10 people. Go do your work. Homework sahi hai, yeah? You are cutting that child. That child came to hug you so that you will ask questions. But what are you doing there? You are blocking it. Now you are sitting right in front of that blower What if I block something there? Will you like to listen to me? I heard so many positive comments. All these comments are because you have fans, you have blowers. Now if I tell them to remove the blowers and then if I tell you to listen to me, you will not listen to me. You will not even like the sight of me. It's a fact. Because you are given amenities, you are listening to me. Same thing at home. Give that benefit of doubt to your child. Ask. What is going on in their life? Ask. Tell them. It is after I'm talking about the higher grades. Tell them it is okay to have a girlfriend and a boyfriend, but it is more about not you getting too involved into it, because we have to make a career first. I know many sitting here will not agree with me. I don't care. But because you don't do that, children have mental health issues, and because we don't do this as elders, our children go to commit suicide. Because they don't have anything to talk about or they don't have anybody to talk about. So what do? They seek guidance elsewhere. Suppose you didn't cook food today at home. What will you do? Chuggilu, Zomatolu. Yeah? Swiggy and Zomato. Or a restaurant. Same thing with the child. You don't give what the child wants, the child will go out. I'm talking in terms of communication. So communicating, whether it's the father or the mother, communicating between the child and the children, the child and the parent is very, very essential in today's age. Not in today's age. From years it is essential. But we somehow lived because we are strong, thick-skinned people. We are buffalo-skinned people, we lived. But Gen Zs, they don't know how to live. The coming Gen Alpha also doesn't know how to live. We have to teach them how to survive. And to teach them how to survive, first you should know how to survive. If you are under constant stress, if you are not able to talk with your partner, how do you think you can talk with your child? Another example I will give you. There are so many women who are working. There are so many men also who are working. But the men who work, it's a different scenario for them. They get up, they have breakfast, they have their bath, the tiffin box is ready and they walk out. But for the ladies, it's different. You have to take care of your children, you have to take care of the house, you have to take care of the clothes, laundry, X, Y, Z. Now here, the men will not like it, but I will still say it. What should you do as a wife? You should take your husband to RK Beach. No, don't push him there, no. Take him to RK Beach, sit with the person and tell, communicate. See, you are also working, I am also working. Then why is it that I have to do 100% work and you are doing only 10% and you're not even doing that 10%? So why not we divide our work? It will be better for my health and your health. My mental stability and for your mental stability. Communicate. It will be difficult because our men are taught that they are not supposed to go to the kitchen and women are taught only to work. Who said cooking is a gender role? Who said? Nobody said. It's a life skill. Garland. So I am sorry all the men over there, but you also need to understand that women need more sleep than men. There is a scientific reason for that. There is a scientific reason. In a woman, the amygdala is more developed than a man. And this amygdala is also present for the man, but God has given us the ability to give birth to a child. So when we give birth to a child, our amygdala changes to 500 times. It becomes sensitive. So we are always, the ladies are always in the flight or fight mode. So when we are in the flight and fight mode, constantly our mind is working even in the night. Even in your sleep you are thinking, okay, morning 4 o'clock, washing machine on, berkai cutting, dondakai fry, continuous. But for the men it's not like that. The minute the man eats the meal, he is snoring. See, now this is not a general statement. There could be men who are also working at home. There are many men who help their wives. Many men are there who help their wives. There are many men who don't do anything. So the man has to understand that your lady, the queen of the house, needs more sleep. And if the queen is given more sleep, she will help you live your life better and king size. Okay? Now the mind framework, MIND. M, monitor, regularly observe changes in the behavior, mood, appetite or social withdrawal. Now this is for the child, but I would say this can be even for elders. Monitor your child's behavior in the class. Has it changed? All of a sudden they have become quiet. All of a sudden they have become hyperactive. All of a sudden they have started hitting somebody for no reason. So monitor that. Keep a check that why suddenly this child has transformed. What must have happened in this child's life? You know, be observant, be vigilant always. I inquire, ask open-ended questions. Non-judgmental questions, don't judge. Suppose the child says, again, higher class or lower class. Nowadays we see even third standard children coming and saying, ma'am, I like this girl a lot. Or the girl saying, ma'am, I like the boy. Don't judge them. Don't judge them. The minute, you tell them not to do something, they want to do something. Like for example, in the childhood, if your mother tells you that, see, there is a cookie jar over there, don't touch it. The minute she goes out, you want to touch it. Yeah? You will take a chair, you will climb, you will take out the cookie, sneak, eat, close it, wipe your mouth and sit down. But if the mother just takes the bags and go out, if she doesn't tell you there is a cookie jar, you don't even know there is a cookie jar. So we ourselves are putting dirty things into child's brains by telling the third standard child that, oh, how can you do that? I will slap you if you tell me you like that girl. No, it is basic nature for a boy and a girl to get attracted. When you study psychology, Sigmund Freud has said that children at that age always get attracted to the other sex because they want to know what is in their body, which we don't have. This also you must have observed. They go to the toilet sometimes and they check each other. They do that. There also we slap them. Don't. Tell them, you are made differently, the girl is made differently. You are not supposed to do that. You are not supposed to touch anybody without the consent. Then they will understand. Then they will understand. But if you slap them at then and there, they'll want to do it more and more. And such children become antisocial elements when they grow up. That is why there are so many rape cases in India. That is why there are so, I will say this openly in open market, I don't get scared. That is why there are so many rape cases in India. Because somewhere in the childhood, their parent has not taught that child how to behave or how to draw a boundary. That we have to teach our children. Okay? So ask open-ended questions. Don't be judgmental. They are children. They will do many things which you don't like. But who are you to judge? You are there to guide, not judge. Be a coach. Be the child's coach. Be the child's mentor. Be the child's facilitator. Whatever word you want to tag yourself, tag. But do everything but judge. Do not judge anybody. Even if the child is a teenager or a small baby, don't judge anyone. Create a safe space for honest conversation. Like that sir came and he said that I will create a safe space for the children to come and talk to me. Yes. The child should, now suppose if I choose you ma'am to tell you my secret, that means you have created a safe space for me. That is why I am coming and sharing my secret to you. If I don't trust you, I will not come to you. So that trust you have to build with the children, so that they come and tell you everything. Not only in the school, even at home, when you're acting as a parent, build that trust with your child. Sometimes we mothers do one funny thing. We tell the child, see, I am your friend, tell me everything. The child tells, we go and sneak it out to the father. The father handles it his way. So what happens? The child thinks, my mother broke my trust. He will not come back to you again. So don't do that. Yeah? Nurture. Build emotional safety at home and school. Praise effort, not results. Validate feelings. Validate their feelings. It is okay that you're feeling sad at this moment. It's okay. You want to cry? Cry. It's okay that you're feeling something for the other person. It's fine. I'm there with you. Okay? That doesn't mean you're asking the child to run away with that girl or get married to the girl. No. What I'm saying is it's okay. Validate their feelings. Don't be judgmental in telling them that no, what you're doing is wrong, you're not supposed to do that. Validate. If that child is feeling embarrassed and insulted, something happened in school, tell them, okay, I understand that your teacher told you this and you're feeling embarrassed about it. Will you go and talk to your teacher tomorrow in private and tell her that, ma'am, because you spoke to me like this, I don't like it. But I will not involve myself. As a parent, you can do that with your children. Don't be ready to go and fight. Come, I will fight. How long will you fight for your children? Teach them that they have to fight their own battles. So the minute he goes and tells that particular teacher, that teacher, yesterday you spoke to me like this, I did not like it, teacher. Whenever you want to tell me, you please call me separately and tell me. The teacher will feel proud. Won't you feel proud if the child will come and tell you instead of going home and complaining? Yes, we all will. So what will happen there? There's a chemical reaction in our brain going on. We will change automatically. We will change. And we will be mindful that, oh, what I did was wrong. I should have validated the child's feeling. Why did I insult that child? Then what did the child do? The child reversed the game. All this. Instead of being ready to fight and attack. Okay? Next is direct. Guide children to appropriate resources. School counselor, trusted adult or professional help. Like for example, I said you find a child seeing pornography. You talk to the child, tell the child that okay, we will seek professional help. If you think it is becoming too addictive, means continuously the child is doing the same thing again and again in spite of you talking, then that child needs professional help. So this can be the school child or it can be your own kid at home. Again, spot, recognize the early signs. Early identification can reduce long-term impact by 70%. According to the Harvard study, it says if you recognize all this early, your child can be safe from mental illness. Grades, sudden changes, grades dropping sharply, refusing to go to school, loss of interest in hobbies, sleeping more or less than usual. So these are the signs. Frequent physical symptoms, frequent headaches and stomach aches, changes in appetite or weight, complaints with no medical cause, and appearing tired or fatigued. Sometimes we take our children to many doctors. They keep on complaining of stomach pain. But there is nothing actually. You've done the scan, you've done the blood test, you've done everything. Practically there is nothing. So that means there is some underlying problem with the child. That means there is some mental problem which he is not able to talk or express. Okay? Observe the behavior. Observable behavior is withdrawal from friends and family. They withdraw. They don't talk to you. They don't eat. They close their room and they sit in their room for hours together. They don't pick up their friends' calls. All these are signs of depression. Angry outbursts or tearfulness. Either they are very angry or they are very sad and overwhelming at times. They start crying for every little thing. Risk taking or self-harm. Risk taking means driving the bikes rashly, harming themselves, like taking a blade and just trying to cut themselves and do all these things, harming themselves, banging their heads against the wall or throwing something. All this is self-harm. Talking about hopelessness. Hopelessness means I can't do, I will not do, I am a waste. Now when does this happen? This happens when in the class constantly the teacher tells the child you are a waste. When you constantly keep telling the child this, one fine day the child will feel waste. Talk patterns. How do they talk? These children, how do they talk? Nobody likes me. I can't do anything right. That means, suppose this glass falls. So immediately you will say, oh, I'm sorry. See, I can never do anything right. I'm always doing something wrong. So at that time, what you're supposed to say? It's okay. But we don't react, it's okay, no? You broke a crockery piece. That is more important for us than the child's mental health. Mentioning death or escape. If they say that I want to die, I don't want to live in this world, or I want to run away somewhere. So you have to be very careful. These are the symptoms. So even in your school, if any child, God forbid, the child will not say this, but if at all, if you find a child like this, talk to the parent about it or talk to your higher-ups about it. Common mental health conditions in school-age children. Anxiety disorders, signs excessive worry, avoidance, panic, and school refusal. You have to do breathing exercises and structured routines. What is the meaning of breathing exercise? All of you take your right hand, put it on your tummy. Now when you breathe, your tummy should inflate like a balloon. It should come out. It shouldn't go out. In. If it is going in, that means you are doing it wrong. Okay? So, when you breathe, inhale, you count 4 in your mind. Hold it. Hold it for 7 seconds and then release the air for 10 seconds. That means completely your lungs have to be empty. Shall we do that? Yes. Put your hands here. First check how you are breathing. Is your stomach coming out or going in? Coming out? Coming out? Anybody whose stomach is going in? If it is going in, you are breathing wrong your whole life. When you breathe, your tummy should come out always, not only for this time, every time. Okay, those who do practice yoga regularly, you will know that when you inhale, your tummy should inflate like a balloon. And when you exhale, it will go inside. We are doing opposite. If we are doing it wrong, we are doing it opposite. Okay? 1, 2, 3, start. Breathe. Count 4 and inhale. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. Now release slowly. Count till 7 and release. Okay? So this is a breathing exercise which you should do. You should also practice and you should let your children also practice. There is also something known as box breathing. You know what is box breathing? Same thing. 4, 4, 4, 4. Inhale, exhale, hold, inhale, exhale, again hold, inhale, exhale. This is known as box breathing. Okay, it's like a box. You inhale, hold your breath, exhale, hold your breath. Inhale, hold your breath, exhale, again inhale, hold your breath and exhale. So it forms a box. Now this is very useful if you are facing any problems with your child, whether the child is suicidal or having all different kinds of thoughts. You sit with the child, your child, and practice this. Okay? Next is depression, signs, sadness, hopelessness, fatigue and poor concentration. Social connection is required and physical activity therapy is required. That is why now I told you that why every 20 minutes you should crack a joke in the class or let your child play in the class. This is also applicable, mostly applicable to higher class teachers. Continuously, if you teach them for 45 hours, these children are different material. I mean, they are made from a different material altogether. They cannot take it. So, how long can you play with them in the class? Like just a small game. Stand up, sit down. Now tell them to do opposite. When I tell you to sit, you stand. When I tell you to stand, you sit. So this is a short kind of a game where physical activity is involved. And once they start doing physical activity, their brains, they work in a different way. That's why sometimes the doctor tells us also that if you are tired, walk. Don't stay. So, from what I am trying to tell you is if you teachers are angry, don't stay in the class. Walk out of the class for 2 minutes. Calm yourself, do box breathing and come back again. When you are angry, don't stay in the class, no matter what. Just walk out because that energy is a negative energy. You might do something which is not supposed to be done. You are so angry, in a fit of anger, you slap somebody, that fellow's eardrum is bursted, The next thing is, we know that your school and you are in the police station. So what is the best thing to do? Walk out. If somebody is on rounds, tell them, I need 2 minutes, give me 2 minutes, I will go back into the class. Right now I am not in the right frame of mind to be in the class. That is why I am outside the class. It's okay, because your mind matters. Okay? So you are not supposed to be scared to say that I am not feeling all right. If you are not feeling all right mentally, tell the other people. Because physical ailments we can understand. Mental ailments, can we see? Unless and until you tell, nobody can see.